What is that? Like an egg? It looks like an
It's like
egg.
it's like a butt plug.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Okay, if we actually decide to use this part, I feel like we should just give some backstory about where we came from
Yeah, we could.
because I don't want to get canceled either.
Okay, go for it.
So I used to be fat, right? I was 210 pounds, 5'7". So think about that. Because
And
when
how
I
old
met
were
you,
you? How old were you?
this was during grade 12, so I was probably 17. And that was at my peak. I was 210, 215, my
In
peak
grade
weight
12?
in grade 12. I was the fattest in grade 12.
And did you grow up kind of on the chubbier side, or were you smaller when you were younger? Just to get like a background to your story.
Well, I was a fat baby, but I don't think growing up as a child I was fat, but it's just like in the Asian culture where your parents keep feeding you. They want their kids to be plump.
Right.
You right? You should
It's like
understand
that
that.
in, I think it's like that in like a lot of Asian cultures, maybe, because it's
Yeah.
like that for like Indian people too. Like if you like almost like if Indian people like make food for you and you don't eat it, like they're almost like insulted. They're,
It's
like
not even
it's like
this.
love for them. It's like this is it's like a love language.
That wasn't it for me. It was just that my mom would like make these soup for us. She called it helps health soup, and it would just be like a whole bunch of random ingredients in there, like freaking beans, like pork, and all these other Chinese ingredients. I don't even know what they are, and the soup tastes like freaking bayou water. And we drank that for so many years growing up, and I feel like that soup contributed to a lot of hormone fluctuations that I've had growing into adulthood.
So
Like
what
when I
else?
was
What did it have in it that was bad?
it was just a lot of it was not like it was a lot of protein. Like when you put like beans and just like pork, and then when you make into a soup, you boil out all like the concentrated nutrient, and it's like that's what's in the soup. And imagine drinking that every day
Right. Like,
with a bunch of like other herbs and Chinese plants and all that, whatever it is.
do you think that maybe you were just eating too much of it?
Like the Chinese soup.
Yeah.
We drank it every day. We were forced to drink it every day.
Because I like when I listen to it, I'm like, maybe that wasn't as unhealthy, but you were having too much of it.
I think it's a lot to give a child. Like you shouldn't be
Um,
giving all that. You shouldn't like you don't give a child protein powder
there was protein
unless they need
powder.
it. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you shouldn't be giving um extra chemical or extra stuff to a child when their body is already naturally producing enough of that. Like you're not going to give testosterone boosters to a child,
Right.
right?
Okay,
And I
so
feel like
basically you felt like it was unhealthy soup and you felt like it contributed to like maybe your weight gain.
the soup could be healthy to maybe like older people. It's kind of like
Yeah.
a health soup. Like people who need that boost in their health it would be beneficial for them. But as a kid, you don't really need that unless you are a healthy kid.
Do you feel like it was calorie dense?
Oh yeah. Are you
Okay,
kidding
gotcha.
me? It was like a
Gotcha.
big strip of freaking pork loin in there.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm understanding what you're saying.
And I'm not even kidding you. One time my mom used like these freaking lizard meat in the soup. Like she went to China to buy these lizard meat and she used that for our soup. So you think about it.
Wait, weren't you telling me the lizard scales or something was for like helping you breathe better?
So Chinese people think there's a soup for like all illness, and
Right.
apparently crocodile skin or meat is can cure asthma. And my mom gave us that when we were kids.
Did it work?
Crocodile meat soup. I feel like I never had asthma, but my sister still has it, so obviously it didn't work.
Okay, I have a question for you about that, but I don't want to interrupt your story. You were like gonna get into like your journey to like the weight loss and like the history.
No, I like grew up fat, so it's like I never knew what it was like to be skinny. And I felt like a lot of opportunities in my life growing up escaped me because of my weight. Like I didn't do a lot of things that I wanted to do because I was always self-conscious, whether it be subconsciously I was self-conscious or it was like in the forefront. But I just felt like I missed a lot of opportunities. Like I never been in a relationship till I lost weight, and I just felt like I never that never even crossed my mind during those days because I felt like I was not even deserving of that
Right.
because I didn't even like myself. So I feel like if you don't like yourself, how do you expect someone else to like you?
Yeah, it's true. like if you have that insecurity within you, it
Yeah,
affects
so
things.
so growing up, I found passion in eating. I started losing weight after high school when I attended SAIT, post secondary school. Just that one summer, I decided I can't be like this forever.
Hmm.
Because I told you I was heaviest in high school, 210. I think like during SAIT, I don't know what happened. Like one day I just weighed myself and I saw the scale and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't continue down this path. Because I was actually afraid when I saw the number. It was probably like 215 at that point, and I knew I need to start losing weight.
Didn't you say like it was like during the summertime or something? You were like, okay, this is the summertime. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make it happen.
it was during the summertime because we had 4 months of summer at SAIT for summer break,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this summer I'm gonna lose 10 pounds every month, so 40 pounds.
Wow.
I went on like a really strict calorie deficit. I did like calorie counting. I counted everything. I counted ketchup. I counted like the sauce, the jam, and I think I was eating 1,000 calories a day.
That's really low.
It's really bad for you. It messed up my metabolism.
Yeah. Because that's
But
like, I know that like for somebody like my height and like for women, the lowest you can possibly go is like 1,200. And that's like pretty challenging too. That's like, I'm pretty sure like your base level. That's like if you're doing like no activity during your day.
let me tell you, I didn't give a shit. I
One,
just wanted to lose weight.
do you remember how you felt?
On that first week, when I saw that I lost 3 pounds, I was just motivated. I didn't even care if I was hungry. I was like, every week, I look forward to the next week's weigh in because
Yeah.
it was just like when I was doing that, like counting calories
Hmm.
and doing like the whole chart. I listed what I ate, and I was listing out how many calories I was eating each day.
Right.
Every week, I lost 2.5, 3 pounds for
Wow.
the duration of the whole 4 months. So I lost 40 pounds in those 4 months.
Do you remember having like cheat days or messing up ever? Or were you like super on
Never.
top of it?
No.
That's
I
really
was.
impressive,
It was.
especially
It
for
was out.
somebody like we think about it and it's like looking back then it's like you're just coming out of high school, like you're still pretty young, you know? Like it takes discipline for a kid, you know? Well, I guess how old were you? Like 18? Yeah, I guess you're like old by then.
I'm only 19 right now.
Yeah, I know. I
It
know.
just happened yesterday.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean, but no, I've when I want something, I go get it.
I know you do.
Like either I don't start, but if I start something, I'm getting it. Like I don't start something unless I'm like unless I know that I'm gonna get to that end point.
But where is the end point,
That's just it.
right?
I don't know. It's feel like it's always the goalpost always gets further and further away.
Yeah.
But don't worry, it's not. It's I'm not delusional. I know there's an unhealthy point for me. Like I did all the research about the minimal weight I need to maintain, and I
Yeah.
think for my height, it's around 117 or 118.
That's
So
really low for a man.
it is low, and I don't want to. I don't want people listening to like follow me on this, but it's just this is just for me. Okay, so it's what makes me feel good.
Yeah, and like
And I'm not starving myself. Like today I said I didn't really eat all that much, but that's because I wasn't hungry today. And I'm not just gonna force feed myself because oh, it's lunchtime, so I must eat. It's like no, if I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat.
yeah, and I mean, I think I'm trying to get better in life at just being like, that's your life and you live it how you want and like nobody has a right to tell you what your body should look like. That's your body, you know? Okay, I was going to ask you a question about Okay, this is going to go off topic though, but I wanted to know about like the lizard soup.
The lizard soup? What do you want to know about it?
Okay, because you said that your asthma went away but your sister's didn't.
No, I don't think I ever had asthma. I think I was just dramatic and told my mom I did. I was like, I can't
Oh,
breathe.
really? You don't remember having that feeling?
No, I definitely never had asthma. I might have some allergies, but not asthma.
Okay. So, yeah, the
Like as a
lizard.
kid, I would always make up illness for myself because I wanted to be. I was just dramatic.
You wanted attention?
Oh yeah, I was a attention seeker.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't admit it back in the day, but Looking back at it now, I was definitely like attention seeking.
Yeah.
But no, the lizard suit doesn't work. I don't even
No.
know where she got those lizards.
She like brought them back from China.
Actually, no. In 2004, I went to China with her, and she
Yeah.
went to like this market where they sold like these weird things, and that's where she got the lizard meat from. I remember she brought it back. She didn't declare it or anything. Like I don't even think it would let you through the. I don't think they would even let it through the border if you declared it. Like yeah, I had some lizard skin in my freaking suitcase.
Did it like have the head attached to it still?
It has the head.
Is it like just like a dried up looking lizard or what? Oh my god, I just
Like
got
the
like a
tail.
little nauseous just thinking.
Like this is the lizard. Like if I'm holding the tail, it would have like the arms spread out and the head, no bones because it was like deboned. I guess I don't know. It was all dry too.
How do they do that? Wow. Do
How
people
did they do
just
what?
do people just eat it like dry?
No, it's made for soup. Like they believe that in China.
Okay, but
Like I'm sure there are some health benefits to it, but I don't know about curing asthma.
yeah, but it's like a dried lizard.
Is it dried asthma curing lizard?
Oh
I
my.
don't get what's tripping you up.
What?
I don't get what's tripping you up. Like it's a dried lizard.
Yeah. I have so many questions and so many things I could say, but I just already know it's gonna be triggering, so I'm just not gonna say it.
No, say it. Who's gonna trigger? Not gonna trigger me.
Well, like I was just thinking about like COVID for a second, and I was just
Oh, I
like,
think I know what you mean.
yeah. So I'm like wondering,
Wait.
like, do you believe that, and like, what does the market look like?
Oh, it wasn't a wet market. It was like a market full. It was like there was like mushrooms, not like magic mushrooms, but there's just like a whole bunch of Chinese herbs, like ginseng and all that. It was kind of like that kind of market. It wasn't like you're gonna find peacocks and
So
gorilla.
like in China, like, are there markets for like dried foods, and then there's markets for like different kinds of foods, or is it different shops or something?
In China, there's markets for everything.
I'm so
Like
interested.
there's literally streets dedicated to selling pets or like knives. They're like literally blocks. So this one particular block was selling Chinese medicine. So like herbal medicine, like dried up mushroom, ginseng, and like bird's nest, shark fin soup, that kind of stuff.
That's so interesting. Do you believe in any of it?
I'm a scientist. No, I believe in like I believe in there's probably like scientific properties to the food, like lizard meat. There's probably like iron or protein to it, but it's definitely not like some magical ingredient where you can just put in your soup and it's going to cure your illness, which is the
Yeah.
problem with a lot of Chinese medical stuff.
Yeah, because I remember when I was younger, my dad found this like Chinese medicine woman or something, right? She like
Yeah.
didn't speak English or anything, and like we would go to her house because he was like, "We're gonna cure your asthma," right? So we went to this woman's house, and
You got
like
tricked.
she had all like so many dried her herbs or whatever, and then she like would boil a tea, right? She boiled the tea, and then you would have to drink the tea, and then she took like the wet herbs and like put it on like a I'm like it's like triggering this memory now. She would put it on like this flat cloth. She'd put the herb on the cloth, and there's tape on the cloth. It's like wet herbs, and she puts it on your back and tapes it on, and you're not allowed to take it off for 2 or 3 days. And I
Dude, you
remember,
got freaking scammed.
and I remember I went to sleep with this on my back, and I was like so uncomfortable and itchy because it's like wet herb, like taped to your back. And he's like,
Yeah, but
he's my dad's like, you have to leave it on, like it's gonna cure you.
it worked though, right?
I still have asthma to this day.
Yeah, that sounds like some magical mumbo jumbo. That's what I'm saying. It's
I
like
went back to her a couple times, and I drank the teas.
you were saying, like you were asking me if I believe in that kind of stuff. It's like
Yeah.
no, I believe that there are nutritional values, maybe a certain nutritional value to any food you eat. Even like if you eat cardboard, there's nutritional value in that.
I don't know about like fiber.
Yeah, like that. So it's like there's probably something in that lizard meat, but it's not going to cure your asthma. And it's not going to cure. It's
But
not
don't
going to
you
cure
think
like.
that there's maybe some things that they learned about herbs? By the
What
way,
do you
is it
mean?
herb or herb?
I say it both ways. I always get self-conscious about it. What do
Yeah,
you
me
say?
too. Um,
I think it's I say it's herbs, but for the sake of things, I always say it herbs for people.
herb. Okay, here's my opinion on herbs and herbal medicine. I feel like there's some things that work, but a lot of it is pretty far fetched. For example, I think that like lavender has calming properties, chamomile has calming properties. I feel like I've seen peppermint help with headaches before. I've seen it, but I don't think they all work. And I also know that like certain pharmaceutical companies get their properties like they have they have some of those herbs in them as well. Like the chemical compounds will be like similar at their root. Do you know what I mean? I just think like some of
Girl,
them might be more realistic than others. Like I don't think it's all mumbo jumbo, but I'm also hippie, so
I know what you're trying to get at, but I don't have knowledge of that to really give my opinion.
yeah. Yeah.
And my mom would always feed me that kind of like when we were kids and we got like sick, like colds and stuff.
Yeah.
She would go to like the Chinese pharmaceuticals, and they always give like this bag of freaking dirt for you. Like, here, make this for your son, and he'll feel better in the morning.
Bag of dirt. Here you
Yeah,
go.
it's like a piece, like three pieces of twig, and there's like some leaves in there, and then a few beans, and it's like, oh yeah, cook this for 4 hours, and then give it. It's like the soup, the medicine comes out pitch black, like bayou water. And it's like, give this to your kid while he's having a fever. It's like, great idea. I
That's
end up
what
throwing it all up all the time.
ew.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't
what the
work.
thing looked like that they put on my back. It looked like bayou water. It was like black.
Yeah, they go to the Chinese medicine place, and this guy at the back, he has like a drawer full of these mystical medicine. And he's just like putting them in the bag. He's like, here, make this.
They have like a subsection of that in my TNT market by my house. There's like a little dried herb
Yeah, I
lavender.
know what I know that.
Yeah, I love it.
It's like I'm not trying to diss the Chinese medicine way, because I'm sure like it's been around for thousands of years, so
Yeah.
there's obviously like some credibility to it. But
Do you sometimes feel grateful that you're like Chinese and you can actually just like hate on it?
I'm not hating on it. I'm just giving my opinion. Like, none
Yeah.
of that stuff
Yeah,
works
but
for
like if
me.
you were white, do you feel like you'd be able to give the same opinion and have the same freedom?
No.
See, like that's what I'm asking. Like, don't you feel like kind of grateful? Like for me, I feel like the fact that like I'm brown, like I can say certain things.
Yeah, but I can say things about it because I have experience with it. It's like it was part of my childhood life. As like a white person, unless you like grew up in China and that was your experience, then it's like I feel like people take that differently for them.
Right.
Like, a white person can probably talk about cheese and milk.
Oprah bread.
So I'm Chinese, so I can talk about freaking twigs and herbal medicine, leave and lizard skin.
Yeah.
And I just felt like the stuff I say was just like a total bash before, but no, it's like I know like there's probably there's okay, there's credibility to it, but it's not like to the point where I'm curing like cancer. Like, a lot of Asian community, they believe that if you have that kind of disease, you can just fix it by drinking herbal stuff, because they feel like you're fixing it with from within, and they feel like a lot of Western medicine is not really targeting the root of the issue. So they
Yeah.
believe that their bayou water somehow recirculates the body, like all like the chi and all that stuff, and it lets your body heal itself. That's the whole mythology or idea of like Chinese medicine, where you're trying to get your body to heal its own.
Yeah. You disagree?
I agree, like it can work for some things, but a lot of things I don't think it works for that. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather take a Tylenol for my cold than drink twig water.
You don't like the twig water, hey? I feel like there's like some truth to those kinds of medicines though. Because I don't necessarily always want to take like some pharmaceutical medicines. I feel like there's always a side effect.
No, I know what you mean. That's why like when I get sick, unless it's absolutely necessary, I don't take the cold medicine. I try to let my body fight off the germs on its own.
I agree with that. Yeah. You should let yourself just fight it off. Yeah.
So I'm not like popping Advils left and right.
I remember my grandma used to do that all the time. Like my grandparents used to do that.
My sister does that a lot, and I'm like, I don't think you should be doing that, but
Yeah.
her bod.
For VOD, yeah. Like, yeah, my mom said that my grandma would always do that. Like she'd be like, I'm feeling cold, and then she'll just like take a Tylenol or something and go to bed.
I'm feeling cold. I'm gonna take a Tylenol.
Yeah, and just pass out. I remember at my grandparents' house, we used to have those pill boxes, but it was like the biggest pill box you could have, where it's like AM and PM, and it's like
Okay.
filled with pharmaceutical pills, like for the
Jesus
whole week.
Christ.
For the whole week, there's like literally like 15 in each box, like twice a day.
Was she like sick?
She had like quite a bit of like health stuff going on, but she's still alive and thriving.
Still popping?
She's a Capricorn, so
Oh yeah, they live forever.
yeah,
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. It's all tying together now. Hey,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If we ever get rich, first class ticket to Korea. First class ticket to Korea. We're going to Korea. I'm gonna get
A
all that
B
done.
C D E. Do you know
Uh,
do you know
A
who, oh sorry.
B. What?
Yeah, do you know who Heidi Montag is? That's like a
No.
new. She was like this girl on the hills, right?
What do
This
you mean on the
reality
hills?
TV show that was like really popular like in the late 2000s, like or like before 2010 it must have been. I feel like it was like when I was in high school. The Hills was really big, and there was this girl on the hills. Her name was Heidi Montag. And then like there was like 3 seasons of the hills, and she kind of looked like an average normal like girl, right? Like she was pretty. And then she started dating this guy Spencer Pratt, and I don't even know what happened, but she just like probably started getting money, right? And then like the next season, like season 4, she gets on the show and she is like completely plastic.
Did
Like
she look good
completely
though?
plastic, and like the magazines, I remember like one magazine cover was like Heidi Montag gets 16 procedures in 1 week or something.
I
And
feel like that's me.
that's
That would be me.
you.
I would come back and you wouldn't even recognize me.
I'd be like, who the hell are you? Yeah.
I'd be like a different astrology sign. That's how different I would look.
Oh my god, you're like not even a Libra anymore. Your birthday is like
No, I would come back like a
January.
Gemini. I come back like a Gemini.
You come back like a different birthday, a different name, a different
That's
rising
like my
sign.
goal. Like just no one recognizes me.
Yeah. But yeah, like, and she literally like she had like an eye. I remember she had like an eyebrow lift, like cheek filler, lip filler. Like she could barely move her face. She had like double, triple D's or something like that. She got like there was like a magazine cover that showed every single procedure that she had got. Like she like it was like down to like the craziest detail. Like the side of her leg was shaved, and like her toe, or like I don't even know. Like her fingers were like surgically like
She shaved
extended.
her legs. What does that even mean?
No, okay, we'll have to like look it up later, but like it was like the craziest procedures. Like she had like 16 procedures done in like
Wait.
and she came back
I don't,
in season 4 and she was just like a different person. She couldn't move her face. And like I remember there was like this scene with her mom, and her mom was like, "Why the hell did you do that? What was wrong with you before?" And she couldn't even move her face, and like her mom was just like crying, and Heidi was just staring at her like, "What? What's the problem? You don't like it?" She was like, "You don't like it? You don't like how I look?" That's what she looked like, yeah. Like her nose, like everything. Like
okay. All jokes aside, I'm not saying like I would do that in Korea. I'm just saying like I would get like little bits and pieces done. I'm not gonna come back just like I'm not gonna turn like a different race.
what would you get? So you would get like your nose bridge.
I would get my nose done. I think that's the big thing.
Okay.
And maybe some braces too, eh? But I guess I can get that done here.
Yeah, you could get your teeth fixed. Like, just get Invisalign.
Yeah, I can get my teeth fixed, but I'm broke.
You have nice teeth, though. I don't think that you need it.
Uh, my teeth
Look at
are
how
white,
straight
but
your
it's
teeth
like
are. I've never noticed anything wrong with your
it's
teeth.
just like my bottom row I want to get done.
Oh, okay. Wait, can I see
Yeah, I
you?
mean,
Smile for a
no,
second? No? Okay.
I don't want to smile.
Well, I know that like for the majority, for like your teeth are like really straight. So if you have just a little part of your mouth that you want to get fixed, it probably would barely take any time, and you could just wear the invisible retainer, and it would just be done.
I feel like that costs a lot of money. Like especially the Invisalign stuff, that costs more money than regular braces. I think I looked into it.
No, it's the same because I got my teeth straightened, and Invisalign and braces were the same through my lady, and she said
I
that she.
thought you told me you got like your whole jaw freaking crushed.
Yeah, I had to because the structure of my teeth, like in order to, did I explain it to you? But like my teeth, like there was no bite, like the bite was wrong.
You had an underbite.
Yeah, but like with most teeth, like either the teeth will sit like in front of each other or like behind each other. Like it'd be like an underbite or an overbite, right? But my teeth
Okay,
were like this. They were like on top of each other. And that's like the worst scenario because what's going to happen? Your teeth are going to grind on each other all the time, right? So like there was
were
like a
your
lot.
teeth like that?
Yeah, they were like this, like right on top of each other. Like right now, like the top and
Yeah, your
the
teeth looks good.
yeah, like the top is sitting a little bit over the bottom, and that's how people's teeth should be. Like if you smile, that's what your teeth would look like. Your top teeth are slightly ahead of your bottom teeth,
Yeah.
slightly. Yes, that's the correct bite. So
Oh, really? I
yeah,
always thought I had like a slight overbite because of that.
no, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how you.
That was like one of the main reasons why I was scared getting braces.
No, that's how it's supposed to be. But like some people have it where it's too much, where their teeth sit like really far ahead of the bottom ones, and like you can almost not even see the bottom row because your teeth there's way too much of an overbite, right?
Right.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
had to
So
get it
I would
fixed.
just get my teeth done and my nose. That's it.
I wonder how much that would cost.
A few $1,000s.
I've
At
heard
least
that
10 grand.
yeah, I've heard that surgeries are becoming like cheaper and cheaper because more people are getting them now with like the age of social media and everything. I feel like it's so normal. Like there's so many girls who get surgery now. And guys. Like, yeah. There's so many people who are getting surgery now.
I'm sure it's a lot cheaper, but like, what do they mean by cheap? Like a few $1,000s is still expensive for me.
No, I'm just saying that like, back when like Heidi Montag was getting it done, it was like a huge deal,
Dude,
right?
I don't know who Heidi Montag is.
Yeah,
I need to like Google her or something.
you gotta Google her. She was like the
I feel
first
like maybe she's
video
like that
star.
human Ken doll guy.
Ken doll. Who the heck is
There's a
that?
guy there's a guy on YouTube who was like obsessed with plastic surgery, and then eventually he just he called himself the human Ken doll, and he gave himself like fake pecs. Like he gave himself fake muscles, and he like got his waist bones removed or something, and he was just like super slim, and like he got some of his ribs removed, so he'll look more like a Barbie doll or Ken doll, and he got like a whole bunch
Oh.
of lip filler. Yeah, he looks like a character.
I feel like there was like a woman like that too, like the woman, like the female Barbie or something.
Oh yeah, they did an interview together. It was like human Ken and the Barbie doll interview.
Are they friends?
I doubt it. I think they're like too
It'll be
vain to be
us in the
friends.
future. It'll be
Are
us,
they friends?
except for it will be like the Asian and the Indian Barbie and Ken.
I just feel like their energy would probably just be like feeding each other, and eventually they would just literally be plastic,
Oh my god.
like 100% plastic. You'd be like, oh, you got to get this done today.
I don't like the idea of having like weird stuff in my body, like
No,
like women who get like implants or something. Like I've heard stories of like implants like exploding inside of like women and then they get really really sick because all
like on
that
a plane,
what?
like on an airplane. I
What
think
do
that
you
was a myth.
mean? The implant explodes on an airplane?
There's like a whole myth about this woman who got the breast implants, and then she went on an airplane and they exploded
Oh my god.
like airbags. Just went right off in her face.
That's disgusting.
It's I think it was a myth though.
I
It
feel
wasn't
like that's a
real.
myth
That's like some Reddit stuff.
for sure. Where are you looking on the internet?
He was probably on MythBusters, but no, they said it couldn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way for it to just explode. Like, I'm sure it could probably leak, but it's not just gonna like
Yeah.
explode in your boobs.
Yeah. Like I follow this like health fitness chick on Instagram. Maybe not fitness, but she's like one of those wellness women, you know what I mean? And she used to have implants, and then she started getting like really sick. She was having like so much acne and like I don't know, all these crazy symptoms like with her hormones and all this stuff. And then she found out that her implant had exploded in her body and it was leaking into her body. And when she took it out, like the implant looked all like warped and like
I don't know why I'm
black
laughing.
black looking or something. And then yeah, like she got them removed because it's like I don't know. Imagine having that much plastic in your body. Like that it freaks me out.
But isn't it silicone?
Isn't that this like similar to plastic?
I don't know.
I feel like it's all just fake chemical. Maybe silicone is like the fluid on the inside.
Yeah, because I always thought it was like squishy. Like you're not inserting like just like a rubber boob in your breast
Yeah, but like
to make it bigger.
what is the outside of it? The whole thing is silicone? I don't know. I've never seen an implant. I have no idea.
I think the outside is like that gel thing, like a
That's got
squishy.
yeah, but like that's got to be some kind of plastic, right?
Dude, I don't know. Ask Hadid.
Bella Hadid.
No, the girl you're talking about on High,
Heidi.
the hills.
Heidi
Heidi,
Montag.
slide into her DMs. Be
I
like, are
want to
they?
find it. I want to find it, but I feel like it's inappropriate to look on my phone right now. Should I do it?
I can always insert the picture
Okay, so let
afterwards.
me find it. Oh my god, it's like so crazy.
I want to see it. I want to show you the human Ken doll.
Oh.
Actually, while you're at it, Google the human Ken doll.
Okay, well,
Like he got his whole scalp removed
why?
because he put fake hair in.
I'm trying to find like the.
Like, can you imagine removing your scalp?
Why would anybody do that? That's so crazy.
Dude, it's just a testament to the craft.
Okay, there's like a certain magazine story. Like, okay. You're not gonna be able to see this properly. Okay, I don't know. Can you? Oh shit, maybe it's too bright now. I'm dumb.
Dude, I'm not seeing anything. I didn't see nothing from that. I'm seeing the Lord's light. Oh, I kind of see it. It's the one on the right. The after.
Like, look at yeah. Like, I mean, you can see the difference in her body, right? Like,
Okay, it's like
like
really
this one
blurry,
right
but
here.
I don't think she looks bad.
Yeah, but okay, like let me tell you what it says. It says she had 10 procedures, right? She was
Right.
23 years old, head to toe surgeries for the hills, right? She had Hollywood pressure, and it said she got 1. Mini brow lift, 2. Botox in the forehead and frown area, 3. Nose job, 4. Fat injections in cheeks, nasolabial folds, and lips, 5. Chin
What does
reduction.
that mean?
5. Chin reduction. 6. Neck liposuction. 7.
Just the best.
7. Ears pinned back. 8. Breast augmentation. 9. Liposuction on waist, hips, and inner and outer thighs. 10. Butt augmentation. Why did I say butt like that? Because it said buttock.
Butt augmentation.
It said buttock, and I thought
Buttocks.
you were saying buttock.
Buttocks augmentation.
It's
What does
not
that mean?
buttocks. It's
Like
just
she adjusted
buttock.
like the buttocks.
It doesn't say buttocks. It says buttock. Like
What do you mean?
BUTTOCK. Okay.
Buttocks.
No X. But yeah, that's what
Buttocks.
she did. Yeah. Heidi Montag, now you know. Should I look up human Ken
I
doll?
feel like if it makes you happy, why not?
I mean, yeah, like nobody should judge you. All I'm
I mean, people
saying
can
is
judge.
that
People can judge you, but if you're happy about it, who cares?
what did I say? I said you shouldn't
You
judge.
said no. I said no. Wait, what did you say?
I don't even know why.
Oh no, you said people shouldn't judge you.
Well, yeah, I kind of feel like that. It's your freaking body.
Yeah, as long as you're happy with it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I don't really think anyone has the right to tell you what you should and shouldn't do with your body, but I also feel like Do you need that? Never mind. I was gonna say like you should.
What?
It's like so funny because I'm like you shouldn't judge. It proceeds to judge.
No, I feel like people are free to judge you. It's just how you take it. Like
Yeah.
people judge me all the time for losing weight, but I don't listen to them. I listen to me.
What do you mean people judge you for losing weight?
My mom always tell me that I look better when I was fat.
Really?
It's a Chinese thing. I don't believe her. She was like, "Oh, you're too skinny now. Like I liked you better when you were fat."
What?
Yeah, she literally told
Oh
me that when I went back to Calgary.
my gosh.
And then the gag of it is that when I was losing weight, she would like tell me, "I don't even really notice any change." Like, can you imagine
Really?
losing weight and then someone telling you that? Like,
Well,
how
how much did
discouraging
you
that is?
lose? How much did you lose, like altogether? Well, not to like try to
Oh, to this
like
date, to this date.
yeah, like or like to that point where she was telling you like she didn't notice it.
Oh, like I think at that point I was probably down 20 pounds. So
Oh
maybe it wasn't noticeable. But my
no, I
sister
think
was
that
there and she said it was like noticeable. I think my
20
mom was just
pounds is
being.
noticeable. That's a lot.
I think I was coming from 210,
Yeah, I
so I
feel
was
like
probably
that would be
I was probably like
noticeable.
190.
Especially if she was used to seeing you at that point for a long time. Like 20 pounds, like that's something somebody would notice. It's not like you're 800 pounds.
Okay, I'm gonna try to give my mom like some benefit of the doubt because she did see me every day, and I feel like when you see someone every day, you don't really notice the changes in them. Because my friend was also like that. I have a gym friend, and he was like, "Oh my god, I didn't even notice how much weight you lost until I saw your old pictures."
Oh,
Because he was there through my journey. Because he saw me like at my highest,
yeah.
and I would go to the gym with him every day. Like I would do the ellipticals for 30 minutes,
Hmm.
and also was on my diet.
Yeah.
So he was like, he didn't say anything. But then when I posted my transformation picture, I posted it on Facebook. He
Hmm.
was like, "Oh my god, I actually didn't even notice like how much weight you lost until I saw your old picture." I'm like, "Yeah, it's weird because when you see someone every day, even when they're changing a lot, you don't really notice that because it's really gradual."
Hmm. You posted like a transformation picture.
Oh yeah, I was proud of myself.
That's awesome.
I think at that one time I was 127 or 125. That was my lowest I've ever been.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of hard work.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it was easy. It was a lot of like sweat and tears. Let me tell you,
I think if losing weight was easy, everybody would be skinny and everyone would do it.
it's not easy,
No, it's
but it's worth it. At least for me, it was worth it.
yeah, like I've seen progress within the last little while and like I already feel so much better.
Yeah.
I just feel more like myself and I think that like just living an unhealthy lifestyle contributes to bad mental health. I noticed my mental health was a lot worse before I started taking care of myself.
I know there's this whole movement out there right now saying like, oh, just because you are thicker, it doesn't necessarily mean you're unhealthy. It's like I agree with that to a certain extent, but health also comes with mental. And I'm just speaking this on my behalf. When I was bigger, I was mentally not happy. So that means I was also unhealthy.
Yeah, I feel
So for
that.
people who's like, oh, just because you're big doesn't mean you were unhealthy at that point. Okay, like let's just put that all aside. Like being unhealthy can also mean mentally unhealthy. So I was unhealthy when I was fat.
Yeah, that's fair. But like I wonder though because it's like okay, there is like scientific research that says that your risk of disease, all kinds of disease goes up as your BMI chart goes to those higher levels, right? So I think like a healthy BMI is around is a number 25? Like I think that if it's like 8 for women, I know if it's like if your BMI is like no, it's not BMI, sorry. What's the chart that I'm thinking of? Is it
It's
BMI?
BMI. It's BMI. I
Yeah,
know what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
BMI. Like if you hit like 18.5, it's too low. If you're at the 25 mark, I think it's healthy. And then if you're above 25, you're overweight. I think that's what it is.
All I know is that I actually did the BMI thing you were talking about.
Yeah,
All I know was that at one point the BMI thing had like the little cute green where it's like, oh, you're normal,
yeah,
and like whatever like the low thing, and in the middle would be like yellow, and then red would be like obese.
yeah.
So when I think at one point I entered my weight, my height, and my age in, and it was just like obese.
Oh gosh.
So that's what I knew. I think that's when I was like, oh okay, reality check.
Yeah, I've had my BMI be like pretty high before too, but it's slowly going to like an area that I'm comfortable with, you know? And I think that that's something that people like dismiss is like, you know, there is science backing like why you should be in a certain range, you know? And why wouldn't you want to live longer and have a healthier life?
I would say though for the BMI scale, unless you're doing it at a clinic, the stuff you do online is not really accurate because it doesn't account for muscle mass and all that.
Yeah, that's really true.
So
Because there's different methods of. There's also like, yeah, exactly. Sorry.
yeah, so I'm 5'7", right?
Yeah,
And if I was like 220 pounds, I would be BMI scale would say that I'm like fat or obese.
yeah.
But if I was like 210 of just like if 180 of that was like muscle, it's like no, I'm not obese.
Yeah, but
So you got
I'm
to get
not
that
I'm
done in
not
a
talking
clinic.
about people who are muscular. I'm talking about people who
No,
have
right?
super fat on their body and they say
Just giving a little disclosure.
they
But yeah, I was definitely pure fat when I was doing that.
yeah,
I
no,
had no
I'm glad you
muscle.
said that because it's true. It doesn't account for percentage of muscle mass. So if
Yeah,
you really want to know, you have to kind of consider your muscle mass as well.
I was like a marshmallow.
Yeah.